On the prairie, on the grasslands, on our native grasslands, shrubs can be a real problem. These goats are acting as a natural weed control and brush control method. And so I wanted to explore just a little bit today how you use them, what are they good for, what will they do well, what won't they do. Goats have a diet high in brushy. They like a lot more brush. So they'll eat some grass, but they love brush. And especially earlier in the season, these leaves have gotten a little older. The plants are older. I imagine, I don't have a plant secondary compound ometer, something to measure them with, but I imagine the plant secondary compounds are a lot higher in these leaves. This is not as tasty as it once was earlier in the spring, but the goats love brush nonetheless. And so what we find is that they will, this is a sumac, and they have, on this particular shrub, they've taken the bark off of it. So it's still green at the top. You think, oh, they haven't actually touched this. They haven't done it any harm. But that's not true because they've taken this bark off all the way around. Usually these plants, when that happens, have to start over from ground level. It's like a fire. It top kills them in essence. And so the sumacs, the goats love them well. The wild plums, they will often take the bark off of those as well, eat the leaves. Let's see, Multiflora Rose, they eat those well. Persimmon, they do not eat well. The dogwoods, they eat the dogwoods well. Blackberries, they eat fairly well. The Himalayans, the introduced ones with the bigger spines, the more aggressive spines, they don't eat those quite as well as they do the native ones. Dewberries, they do not really seem to like. They like different things, but they will eat way more brush than, say, a cow or a bison or an elk or a sheep. All of these animals eat less brush than do goats and deer. So goats and deer are the goat is kind of the domesticated version of a deer. So we're out here on this grassland, this native grassland, and the goal is, with this management, is to defoliate these plants and to stress them to a point that they're like, oh gosh, I can't make it, and they just die. They give up the ghost and they die. And so that's our goal out here on this native grassland. The management on these goats as we're doing this brush control project is we really move them usually daily. Sometimes depending on the factors, the lay of the land, the water, that sort of thing, might not be able to totally back fence it. But we move them daily, give them new pasture. They are fenced entirely with the electric net wire fence. We have predator control. The dogs are out here with them. And yeah, it's just their job to eat the vegetation. And then we will move on tomorrow. And so what we do is we give them only this amount that they can eat in a day and then move them on the next day. They can control the brush to the level we want. And if we're like, oh, we gave them too much pasture or too little pasture, you just move them half a day later or half a day earlier. And so that's how we do these brush control projects when we're using the goats on a native grassland or a non-native grassland even, to control brush. So the goats they're here to do the natural brush and weed control, but of course they're meat goats. And so that is the secondary or primary, anyway, they're both uses of the goats. And so these are actually yearling nanny kids. So they're 1 year old. They've had their first birthday at this point. And there's a few of them that will have babies out here, but there's not very many babies. Summer is always a hard time on the goats in Missouri because we've got high humidity and high temperatures. And that results in problems with parasites, and that results in problems with feet. And we've had a lot of rain this spring, and so you will see some limpers here, and that's just because they've got a little infection between their toes, if you will. And goats really prefer fall, winter, and spring, or a much drier environment. But they're doing well and doing the brush control, and we will be giving them some relief on the foot rot problems that they have and do parasite control as needed. I'm Elizabeth with Hamilton Native Outpost, and we like to share innovative ideas on how to manage your native grasslands, because managing native grasslands from brush and weeds is something that people often struggle with, and this might be a solution, a tool that you want to use.
We at Hamilton Native Outpost make these videos to share the unique knowledge that we have gained from over 40 years of working with native plants as we raise and sell native grass and wildflower seeds. If you found this video helpful, we need your help to get the message out. Please subscribe, share, like, and comment. It helps others to find us. Thank you.